Hello, I'm Bruce Dunn. I'm Associate Professor of Floriculture here at Oklahoma State University. Today I'm walking through the trial beds out here at the Botanic Gardens. These trial beds are actually located kind of west of the studio gardens, and I get plant material from proven winners, and I've also got some plant material this year from Ball horticulture as well. And all the proven winner stuff comes from vegetative cuttings. The Ball stuff, the Ball plant material actually comes either as vegetative, or I've also got some plants that I grew from seed as well that they gave me. I'd encourage everyone to come out here as far as the trial gardens, whether it's this gardens or another gardens, and see it multiple times through the year. If you come out here once, you may not fully get the full the full view of what these plants actually look like, because early on in the season, definitely the plants will look a lot better. The temperatures are a lot cooler, and there's also usually a little bit more rainfall. But if you really want to see how the plant material does over time, you know, visit these gardens, visit these trial beds at least once a month, and you can definitely see the progression of these plants. Some of them will be a little bit slower to flower and develop a little bit later, and other ones are just kind of the opposite of that system. Okay, and one of these examples here is with these dahlias. And again, whenever you see these plants at the trials, you know, if they're not doing well, don't necessarily give up on them. Okay, I think the rule of thumb is that, you know, try a plant at least 2 or 3 times. If it doesn't do well, then maybe think about another plant. There's a lot of factors involved when you see the plants out here in the trial gardens, or if you go to the gardens themselves. You know, what's the soil conditions? How much rainfall are we getting here? Is it in full sun? Okay, something like these dahlias, if they had some partial shade or on the east side of your house, they would do a lot better as well. Other ones in here, you've got some, you know, the petunias. These plants, you know, they kind of cycle, it seems like. Sometimes you may come out here and it's just full of blooms. They've really filled in real nice, and other times they just really haven't developed very well. Another example here is this lantana. It's a little bit slow growing to start with, but you can see this is 1st of August. It's filled in really nicely, and lots of great flowers for it. You can see all the butterflies that are on this plant. So if you saw it in May, you may not be impressed with it. You see it here in July when we got the heat. It's a great plant. Another one that you may notice, it's kind of new for the trials, is portulaca from the Proven Winners program. Mojave, and then they've got different colors, pink and tangerine. And for those, if you come out here early morning, like what we are now, you may notice that, well, the flowers aren't open. You'd walk right by it, it's nothing great. But if you see this plant later in the afternoon, the flowers are all open. It's a good drought tolerant plant. It would definitely be a showstopper for you. So I just encourage you to come out here, see these trials multiple times throughout the year, and understand that, again, there's a lot of environmental factors as well as soil conditions that are affecting these plants. So just take a look at them and trial them several times at your house as well before you make any kind of judgment on them. Again, I'd like to encourage people to come out to the gardens multiple times throughout the year to see what these plants are actually doing. Again, just because in the early spring, definitely probably going to look better than what they're going to look towards the end of the season. So if you only see it at the end, you may not understand kind of how these plants do at the beginning of the year as well.
We hope you enjoyed this video. It's part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on our OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.